Nation News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with meteorologist Adam Joseph, Alicia Vittorelli, Shirlene Allicott, and Brian Tath.
And with all the images on television and online, many kids may be asking questions about what happened in Boston.
Difficult questions, even for adults to answer. Health reporter and registered nurse Allie Gorman spoke with a child psychologist this afternoon and joins us now with some guidance, much needed guidance for parents. Allie?
Yeah, that's right, Brian. Well, we know that even if they don't see it on television, they're probably seeing images on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Now, our expert says parents should limit the exposure, but be open for discussion.
Parents need to be thinking about what messages they're communicating, even inadvertently.
Dr. Elizabeth Gosch, a child psychologist with PCOM, says kids can pick up on your behavior, so be mindful. Images that are upsetting to you likely will do the same to them. Even her own child noticed she was upset last night.
I said to her, yes, I'm a little upset. You know, this is kind of sad, but I'm okay. It's okay.
Dr. Gosch says the bombing is something all parents should talk to their kids about. First, find out what they already know. The age and the maturity of your child also makes a difference on what you discuss. Kids younger than 6 should be given few details, just reassurance from mom and dad that everything is okay.
If they have more questions, to try to answer them very matter-of-factly with not too much drama or too much detail, because that's really not going to help them.
Kids a little older may need more information, but keep it simple. As for tweens and teens, talk to them about how they're feeling and respond to that.
I think the first thing with teenagers is to find out, what have you already seen, what have you heard, what are your concerns.
Teenagers most likely will have seen images on social media. Parents should find out what they heard and correct any misinformation. And if your child seems anxious, try to limit social media and television exposure.
You may want to say to them, well, you may want to think about turning that off, and I'm going to leave it to you. You're old enough to make some of those decisions.
And this is one of the pictures that was floating around at Twitter. The late and great Mr. Rogers saying, when I was a boy and I would see scary things in the news, my mother would say to me, look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. And of course, just looking at the video yesterday, we know that there were a lot of people helping. So that's great advice for both kids and for adults. Shirlene?
Such a moving quote from Mr. Rogers. Good one.